So you're saying last time you were here in Xinjiang 10 years ago, they didn't have this kind of security?
Why are you coming here? Why are you coming here? Hey.
You're a foreigner. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here, foreigner? Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. We just got questioned by the security as we drove into an empty shopping mall. An empty shopping mall where nobody is here, nobody is shopping right now. Most of the shops are closed. And the security guard's like, what are you doing here? Okay, so a little bit of context to this whole thing. There are multiple security measures in place throughout all of Xinjiang. And in the big cities, of course, you know, here is Urumqi. There are metal detectors, there are guards everywhere, there are razor wire on the fences, there are these weird barrier type things that, you know, block the entrances into driveways. And there are just security guards every freaking where, at bus stops, entrances to shopping malls, everywhere you can think of that there could be a security guard, there will be a security guard. And I've only been here one day, and I've police stations everywhere too. So all of this is really designed to mitigate a potential future terrorist attack. Most of the shops are closed. This whole shopping mall seems to be for alcohol. There's wine, white wine, red wine, beer, mostly wine. It's like, if you want to get drunk, this is heaven. Hello? Anybody here? Anybody anywhere? I think I've finally found somewhere in China where there's actually no people. Not at the moment, anyway. So Xinjiang province basically has four major ethnicities. You've got the Han Chinese, the Uyghur people, they're the Muslims, the Kazakh people, they're also Muslims, and the Mongolians. So it's a bit of an ethnic melting pot. So it's basically all followed on from September 11th. You know, Chinese government's not stupid. They've learned from what's happened with, you know, terrorism overseas. And, you know, there is a very large group of Muslim people here in Xinjiang province. And they tend to want to be independent. The Chinese government is actually afraid of homegrown terrorism. They don't want people, you know, being blown up, you know, the infidels being killed, so to speak. You know, they don't want suicide bombers and this kind of stuff. And that's why here in Xinjiang, security is taken to the extreme.
Azar aylam bevapalardan sizga ko'ngil bergini yolg'on bag'lariga sizni kelurdab qizil gullar tergini yolg'on Azar aylam bevapalardan sizga ko'ngil bergini yolg'on bag'lariga sizni kelurdab qizil gullar tergini yolg'on
Coco, they've got sheep. This is the first time I've seen sheep in China. This is the first time I've seen animals in China. And there's the prison. That's where Michael Schofield is. Alright, so that rock on the hill, that is the geographic centre of Asia. That's as good as a view as you're going to get. You don't deserve a better view.
What's wrong? 防暴演习。
什么到亚新怎么走？到亚新怎么走？啊？ 好，谢谢。
吓死！
Nobody rides helmets in China. Helmets are uncool. Well, this is pretty crazy. This is a petrol station. Guards at a petrol station. And nobody but the driver can take the vehicle in. Everybody else, look at this. Barbed wire fence around a petrol station. You can see, like there's the forecourt up there. That's some crazy ass shit. Right, well, first petrol station actually had no power. This is another petrol station, and you got people over here waiting for their car to come out. So you're saying last time you were here in Xinjiang 10 years ago, they didn't have this kind of security around petrol stations?
No.
But not just petrol stations, everywhere?
Everywhere it's completely different. All the checkpoints. I did not see it 10 years ago. It's that many. That's crazy.
Chow just gave us a Uyghur bread.
Hang on. Eat a bit.
Okay, apparently this is lunch. It's today's lunch.
It's a location for you. You kill all the criminals.
Oh, okay. So that used to be an execution site for criminals on the left-hand side of the road.
知道，但是不会买这儿放。
Execution site, you know, they put you down on your knees and shoot you in the back of the head with a pistol. There's the army coming through. Army trucks with army soldiers.
所以他们也始终的中国是那种军管的国家，
对啊，
是吧？
就是他期待
看到的东西，
期待要看的东西，对的。你看像我们一级的城市，基本上你看不到就是对啊。你在广州、深圳你怎么看嘛？就算到了北京你也看不到，最多就是在北京天安门附近，你可能看到一些值班的或者换旗的。你像这种，
哎，你上一次有没有带他去看升国旗？
有啊，
看了是。
我们上次就被别人坑了嘛。
啊？怎么会？
那个，如果你4个人的话，就200块钱人民币了。
哦。那。
然后叫得快就变成油瓶。
So we had to pay a toll fee to come up this road here. They basically want to sell you their taxi service to take you on the road. They don't want you to drive up here yourself. Because the road is a bit narrowed and there's rocks and stuff everywhere. But you know, it's all about making a dollar. Pay for the taxi.
$6，越往里走越冷。这个号也开了。
嗨，喜欢鸡米，喜欢新疆的烤肉、抓饭，希望你们再来。
非常棒。
Well, we've reached the remote valley of the southern mountain, I think it's called. Let's break out the Urumqi.
aylan bevapolardan sizga ko'ngil bergini yolg'on bag'lariga sizni kiloda
So the tents that look like something out of Mongolia, they're not Mongolian people's tents. Apparently they're sort of like batches. People come here during the summer and rent them out, and it's basically like a camping area. At least that's what I think this place is. And you drive up a bloody dangerous road just to get here. Oh, that's just great for the nice clean Reebok pumps. So yeah, it's basically a summer camping ground, and because there's a stream heading down the middle of the valley, that's it damages the road. That's why the road's all fucked up.
然后对啊，在那个路边上会有标牌，行李。
Right now we're stopped at a police checkpoint. The only reason that we stopped is because the police saw the Waigoran, me, the foreigner, sitting in the front seat and wanted to look at my passport. So we've been stopped for 10 minutes and we're still waiting. I'm not going to film out the window or anything, because I don't want to give them any reason to suspect me of anything. Okay, so here is an extremely accurate artist's rendition, mine, of the first police checkpoint along the S101 National Defence Highway. So here's me in the front seat of the SUV, outside the police station with great big gates and stuff. Here's Coco saying, "Just let us go, why do you have to hold us up?" You know, and then she had answered some other questions. Here's one of the police officers. There was actually more than one of them, there were several police officers. "You need to register the foreigner, because you got a foreigner with you. Register." So, you know, walking into the police station, there's the great big angry guard dog. He really didn't like us being there at all. You know, luckily the little furry son of a bitch was tied up. They held us up for so long that I was busting to go to the toilet, and there's no toilet around there except into the police station. Now, we'd just been walking in a very muddy area, so I actually trampled dirt. I tried to get the dirt off of my shoes, honestly, but I couldn't get it all off. I trampled dirt into the police station, and I used their toilet. And now I could tell that the police officers there, some of them were quite young and inexperienced, and they hadn't seen a foreigner before. You hear the word Xinjiang, you know, oh, what's that? Where's that? You know, I don't know, you know, kind of thing. And if there's any poetic justice in the world, it's the fact that I trampled dirt into their police station. Suck on that. I trampled mud inside their police station on their nice clean floor. So, what do you think of that? Yeah. Today is the day China broke me. China hasn't broken me until today. Today it actually happened. So what you're seeing now is some of the beautiful drone video that I did manage to get. in the rural countryside. Really magical looking rocky mountains, which are just beautiful to look at. Kind of like desert, really. You don't see them very much in New Zealand. Unfortunately, this was also the last voyage of Little Bastos, my drone, because the drone decided to fly away. So Little Bastos is gone. So the drone video that you've seen in this video is all from my cell phone. Drone is gone. Bye bye drone. Anyway, today China broke me, and it literally ended in tears. As we were driving through the countryside, one of the police checkpoints decided to check the Uyghur, the foreign person, that's me. And we'd actually gone through a few police checkpoints, but this was the first one they decided to check. You know, when you're driving through the Rocky Mountains and the very, very way out in the wop-wops rural villages where they never, ever see a foreigner. Got to check the foreigner, make sure he's not a spy or something, right? So we spent a half an hour at a police station, in a very rural police station, you know, holding everybody up, because it's not just me. There's about 6 or 7 of us all in a little tour group, you know, driving a couple of cars. I'm a passenger. So that's a half an hour gone. And then the next checkpoint, the same thing happens. Got to check the foreigner. And that's another half an hour gone. And by this point I'm starting to get quite, you know, tired, upset. And then we finally make it out of the Rocky Mountains, and we think that we're just about home free, and then there's another checkpoint there, you know, entering the town. And spend another half an hour at a police station with a bunch of policemen. And this is like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night at this stage. And by this point it's getting really old, and as soon as we got out of that police station and I got in the car, I actually just burst into tears. I'm not even kidding, you know, legit tears. Just tired, upset, angry, frustrated, all at once. The police basically just said, you know, this is the procedure, we can't do anything about it. Because what they do is they have to check you. They check the local Chinese as well. It's quicker to check the local Chinese, but for the foreigners, you know, they got to like take all your passport details, take your picture, all that kind of stuff. And then phone it through to their boss, and then the boss does a check, you know, like an independent check, and then so that's what takes all the time. So you know, the boss has got to check it. Apparently the police felt sorry for us because they escorted us from their little police station into town, which was like another 15 minutes down the road, and we got checked into the hotel. And I think to myself, oh, finally I'm home free. For today I'm home free, I'm in the hotel. And then there's a knock at the door, and there's people downstairs that want to talk to the foreigner. I don't know what you're doing here. And they didn't wear police uniforms, and they didn't say that they were from the hotel, so I'm guessing that they're a public security bureau. I don't know, they didn't show me any identification. They barely asked me any questions. They asked me my name and where I'm from. I guess they just sort of figured we have to give up if he doesn't speak Mandarin. I don't know. I don't know what it is with these people. I don't know what's going to happen in the coming days. But today was not a fun day. Today was the day that China broke me. And right now, as I'm recording this video, I just want to be anywhere but here. It's kind of not much to look at, but this is like the food street in Tulofan. Literally this whole town is grapes. This is fortified wine. 28% alcohol. Oh, that was the third checkpoint for the day. In and out in 5 minutes. There was a couple of Muslim ladies in front of us, and they were definitely Middle Eastern. And the policeman said, "Oh, you're from New Zealand. You just go, fine. I don't have to worry about you." Basically, that's what it was.
Yes.